Alright, so I wasn't looking for another extraction shooter to sweat over a no life anytime soon. It's not even my favorite genre of shooter, right? But I saw Arc Raiders, the beauty and the potential and the aesthetic of the sci fi, and then I think to myself, I probably won't be touching grass anytime soon once Arc Raiders comes out. Now, we are talking about player versus environment chaos, killer AI robots, a loot system that rewards very high risk on gameplay, screaming teammates for reses, and then we have a formula that could be sleeper pick for game of the year. Let's get into it. So Earth has basically been wrecked by this AI force called the Ark. These are machine enemies that have been left over from a failed invasion, and humanity lives on the ground now mostly in a place called Speranza, which is the base of operations. Now, the raiders, that's you, go to the surface to scavenge for supplies, new tech, survival gear, etc. The surface is dangerous not just because of the ARC units, but also because of the other player squads that all are hunting the same loot as you. The vibe is very much Broken Earth meets Forgotten Tech meets the Hunger Games with robots. It's dark, gritty, beautiful, and very chaotic. Okay, let's talk about the raids. So the raids are about 30 minutes long. You go in solo, duos, or trios, no quads, and the total player count is about 24 raiders, it seems to be, in any given raid altogether. The goal is to loot valuable gear and extract safely. Obviously, easier said than done. PvE are enemies from ARC units to drones to robotic wildlife, player versus player. Obviously, other raiders trying to kill you and take your loot. Now, the extraction zones are limited in time, so if you miss your chance, you're either stuck or you're dead. And every raid is high stakes, so that means if you die, you will lose everything on you, just like in Escape from Tarkov. This is a third-person shooter with very tight gunplay and a strong sci-fi flair, almost a rustic-esque Star Wars hybrid. The gunfights are fluid, and it has a mix of tactical and chaotic feel to it, like almost a blend of the Division and the Hunt. The Arc enemies are by far the smartest AI I've seen in a game so far. They do flank, pressure, and make a lot of PvP encounters harder by actually third-partying you. The sound effects of the game are probably the most impressive part about this whole thing. It's very satisfying to hear the shots ring and echo authentically across the map. Also, just the small things that are like reloading and the footsteps and the clanking of the metal against metal. It's all very heavy and weighted, and it just feels good to hear. Environmental hazards like storms, changing weather, and drop ships will add a surprise layer of difficulty to your encounters as well. So, solo players will match against solos only, so it won't be unfair if you're not with the squad and you're just solo, unless you do decide to no fill, of course. You loot materials and use them to craft gear with. Everything feels very scrappy and DIY, very interchangeable post apocalyptic type of system here. The weapons can be modded with the attachments and tech upgrades that you do find on these raids. There are no classes or roles, so the abilities and gadgets and tools are not locked behind a pre existing class choice. You will have a loadout that you can choose any combination of these gadgets and tools and combat abilities that will make up a play style that you're comfortable with, and depending on what the team needs, offer a very dynamic situation for team makeup. Visual customization has not been fully revealed yet, but style always matters. As my boy Dion says, you look good, you play good. Even though the game has raid style resets, there is persistent progression. There are skill trees that will provide permanent unlocks, base upgrades for the city of Speranza, gear crafting systems. This all provides a good level up in between raids so you can unlock better gear and abilities for the next raid. Similar to the Cycle Frontier and how your character evolves outside of the action, and it does give you that just one more run addiction loop. Alright, so what makes Arc Raiders so different? The PvPvE blend is very tight and it offers a very unique intensity to the game that is unmatched. The ARC units don't just stand around and let you finish a PvP engagement. They will third party you. Or they could just decide to shit on you for no apparent reason. The weather system can change fights mid-match. There are overcasts, clear skies, storms, fog, etc. It does offer more to that oh shit moment while everything is going down. There is an emphasis on verticality in the game, so you will use things like zip lines, roofs, platforms to your advantage. There are no vehicles in the game, so no quads or ATVs. Everything is on foot, so movement strategy matters. You always feel tense. It feels like you're not sure if the AI or another enemy squad is creeping up behind you at any given time. It does offer a very unique tone and feel to it. Not overly serious, but also not goofy or cartoonish. Just very raw sci-fi survival. So the game's release date is October 30th this year. It will be releasing on all platforms: PS5, Xbox, PC, GeForce. Pricing is $39.99, so it's not free to play, but not a full price $70, $80 game either. There is crossplay, it is cross save. Matches are up to 24 players, 8 trios or 12 duos, or 24 solo players. Alright, honestly, Arc Raiders feels like that sleeper pick for Game of the Year that might actually deliver. It's not a clone, it's not overhyped, it's just solid, good, fun gameplay loop that can be addicting. If you're into Tarkov or Hunt or anything extraction heavy, this should be on your radar. And it's $40, which in 2025, it's about 3 carton eggs. Now, if this sounds like your vibe, sub up, like the video, let me know in the comments. You hype, skeptical, or you just hit a loot and dip.